Good morning everyone, my name is Natasha A. Garcia and I am here to discuss or to demonstrate on how to make Ethernet cable in simple and easy way. But before we proceed to the steps, we must know first what are the things or the tools that we are going to use to make Ethernet cable. So the first thing that we must have is the Ethernet cable, the category 5E or the Cat 5E. You may also use category 6 or the Cat 6, which has higher performance specification and is more about 20% expensive than the Cat 5E. The second tool that we must have is the RJ45 or the modular connector. Third tool is the crimping tool, which this is the one who conjoin two pieces of metal by deforming one or both of them to hold each other. And the last tool is the cable tester, which is the one who can verify the correct wiring of connectors on the cable. There are two types of Ethernet cable that you can make. The first one is the straight-through cable and the crossed-over cable. The straight-through cable is the standard cable that is used for almost all purposes and are often called the patch cables. The crossover cable is to directly connect from one computer to another computer without going through a router. And now let's proceed to the steps on how to make Ethernet cable. First step is cut the plastic sheath of the cable about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. Second step is unwind and pair the similar colors, and it's up to you if what type of Ethernet cable that you will use. You can use the T568B for the straight through cable, which is the white orange, orange, white green, blue, green, white brown, brown, and T568A for the crossover, which has the white green, green, white, orange, blue, orange, white, brown, and brown. Third step, pinch the wires between your fingers and straighten them out as shown. The fourth step is use scissors to make a straight cut across the 8th wire to shorten them to 1/2 inch. Fifth step, push all 8 unstripped colored wires into the connector. Note all the position of the blue plastic sleeve. Also note how the wires go all the way to the end. A view from the top, all the wires are all way in. There are no short wires. Sixth step, crimp the cable carefully. Place the connector into the Ethernet crimper and cinch down on the handles tightly. And for the last step, we are now going to test the cable in the LAN tester or in the cable tester. Purchase an Ethernet cable. There are many models you can purchase. Make sure it has a battery and power it on. Plug one end of the cable into the transmit jack. The transmit jack on the tester may be labeled TX. Plug the other end of the cable into the receiver jack. The receiver jack may be labeled RX on the device. Check the lights on the tester. Most testers will have 2 sets of 8 LED lights. That corresponds to the 8 pins on the transmitting and the receiving end of the Ethernet cable. There will also be a green light for ground. It will test each pin one at a time. If all 8 pins light up on the both ends, the cable is good. If any of the lights do not light up on either ends, these indicate a short cable. Don't worry if the green light doesn't light up. If the lights on either end flash out of order, these indicate that you are testing a crossover cable. As long as all 8 lights flash, cable is good. That's all the steps on how to make an Ethernet cable. Thanks for watching and for listening. I hope that you will have a lesson learned.